telling his mama that looked to be at one time I've been a man, that he like boys and is selling. Want to hear it? Nope. But I got to play it, ain't it?
Yes, you do.
Here it is.
What's wrong, baby? There's something going on. I know it. I'm your mother.
That ain't no mama, that's a man.
Tell me what it is. But you gotta speed it up with shit. I'm late for Bible study. What is it, man? What?
He's a man that look like the woman that started me too.
Mama, come, balls, they can see. There's someone you know that you brought to me. So brace yourself for the big reveal. He's about my height, but he's not in heels. Some boys play basketball. He play house with ratchet dolls. It's not Santa Claus, it's time for applause. It's coming out the closet, mama. I like boys, I like kids. Get them arms when they flex. Like that print in them sweats. Tell them girls, thank you next. I like when they text me pics. I like them abs when they're six. So tell them girls, I'm sorry. I like boys, mama, boys like me. I like boys who like boys, mama. I like boys who like boys. I like boys who like boys, mama. I like boys and boys like me. 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 I like when they shake it. I like when they grind real soft. I like when they almost naked. Tell dad I'm so homo. Lights off, doors shut, tall, dark, clean, cut, thick, with a yeah, mama, I like boys, I like pecs, like them arms when they flex, like that print in them sweats. Tell them girls, thank you next.
I can't even play all of it.
Thank God you stopped
I
that.
can't even play all of
My
it.
goodness, my ears.
You see where we're at? Now watch this. Before this day is over, between other guy, Sir Neil, and of course RC, somebody's gonna call me and vehemently defend that. Tell me that I'm the one that's wrong because I won't embrace that. And try to show me how God ain't got no problem with that. Because that's the time we living in. And you wonder why I keep talking about it. Because they won't stop.
Nope.
You go out there and you try to do a heterosexual pride month, see what happens. Go out there and try to have your heterosexual pride parade. The majority of people in America are heterosexual. Matter of fact, they say that the numbers of homosexuals are less than 10%, but it's growing. I wonder why. I wonder could it have something to do with them indoctrinating our children into this? To not only accept it, but to embrace it. Well, see, you know why, Q?
What?
These folks is passing laws
Yes, they are.
to stop people from spreading the gospel of Christ. New York passed a law called infanticide. And Virginia's right behind them, along with Rhode Island, where even after the baby is born, the mother can decide to terminate that birth. And even if she's married, the father has no say-so in it whatsoever. Well, guess what's going on in Cali?
What's going on now?
California just passed a bill, I think it's AB 2549, but the commentator he'll tell you. They just passed a bill, it already passed the first reading, and it's going on through to pass to be law, that if you teach homosexuality as a sin in your church, you're in violation of the law.
Huh?
Oh, you know that?
No.
Let me play that then. It's Truth Radio Show. Let me get the truth out there. Here you go. I'll play that.
When God began to lay on my heart in 2004 that I needed to address what was happening in terms of gay activism in society, just 2004, all right? I quickly saw that those who came out of the closet, fighting for what they said would be their rights for equality in their mind, treat us the way others are treated, let us show affection in public without being ostracized, let our relationships be recognized the way others are, understand their point of view, where they're coming from, although I've never walked in their shoes. So as they came out of the closet, there was an agenda, though, that went beyond equality and tolerance. And as I began to speak 15 years ago, those who came out of the closet want to put us in the closet. There is a real frontal assault on our freedom of religion, speech, and conscience, and I already recognized 15 years ago, and I was greatly helped by books like Alan Sears and Craig Austin, The Homosexual Agenda. I already saw 15 years ago that activism, which became LGBT and beyond activism, was that principal threat. So let me take you into California so you know exactly what is currently happening now. All right? Going to California, I wrote this article, Why California Pastors Must Stand Up to Government Tyranny. All right? If you haven't read that article, it's on our website, it's on stream, post it elsewhere. Why California pastors must stand up to government tyranny. And I said that California wants to tell pastors what they can and cannot say in their preaching and teaching regarding gay relations, gay identity, transgender identity. There was a Christian young man on Twitter who respectfully challenged me and said, I don't think that's what the bill says. He said, it's not what the bill says. You're going beyond what the bill says. So I said, all right, here are links. Here's a commentary on the bill from a legal society in California. And he still challenged what I was saying. So here it is, friend. I can't go beyond telling you what's there. But the fact that this would even be discussed, the fact that anyone would even think it's possible for the state to tell Christian leaders what they can and can't say or should or shouldn't say is utterly outrageous. So I want to go through the bill with you. This has been proposed, and the proposal was accepted. So it is in motion. Now, it could have been stopped right out of the gate, but it's in motion. Last year, there was a bill that got tabled last minute, AB 2943, and that bill would have made it illegal for anyone of any age in California with unwanted same-sex attraction or gender identity confusion to get professional help to help them resolve those issues. It's illegal in California and 15 other states right now if you're a minor. This is complete outrage. It's illegal for a minor to get professional counseling help if that person has unwanted same-sex attraction. They're 17 years old, let's say they were raped and abused earlier, they find themselves confused about their sexual desires, they want to be attracted to the opposite sex but find themselves attracted to the same sex, they want to get clinical help, they want to sit with a professional counselor, the parents say, let's do it. Illegal in California, in 15 states, for a minor to do it. That's already an outrage, and it's being fought now from state to state. But California wanted to make it illegal for everyone of any age. Yet now, something even more nefarious. So let's take a look at this. It's lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender people, okay? This measure would call upon all Californians to embrace the individual and social benefits of family and community acceptance, upon religious leaders to counsel on LGBTQ matters from a place of love, compassion, and knowledge of the psychological and other harms of conversion therapy, and upon the people of California and the Institutes of California with great moral influence to model equitable treatment of all people of the state. You say, that sounds innocent. Oh, this is anything but innocent. And that number one, everyone must agree that, quote, conversion therapy, all right, conversion therapy is harmful. What does that mean? Helping someone with unwanted same-sex attraction or unwanted gender identity disorder find wholeness, find help, find change. So anything saying, yeah, through counselors, through the gospel, we can help you change from homosexual to heterosexual. We can help you get set free from some of these desires. You must recognize that as harmful, okay? And then you must have a model of equitable treatment of all people of the state, which means that if a boy identifies as a girl, then you need to support that boy's female identity and support that boy's, quote, right to use the female restroom at school and play on the girls' sports team, so on and so forth. Okay, whereas the California State Legislature has found that being gay, bisexual, or transgender is not a disease, disorder, illness, deficiency, or shortcoming. So this is now the foundation on which this bill is being presented. This is the foundation on which this bill is going forth, that these are the premises, these are the presuppositions. Everything's built on that, friends. This is why there's been such a strong outcry to this from Christian leaders. Whereas major professional associations of mental and physical health recognize that being LGBTQ is part of natural variations that occur in sexual orientation and gender identity, and recommend responsive services that foster self-acceptance and skills to cope with social stigma and discrimination, whereas practices or therapies that attempt to create a change in a person's sexual orientation or gender identity are often referred to as conversion therapy, whereas some family caregivers and communities promote conversion therapy when a person is known or thought to be LGBTQ, and whereas California law recognizes that performing conversion therapy on young persons is ineffective, unethical, and harmful, and whereas conversion therapy has been rejected as ineffective, unethical, and harmful by leading medical, mental health, and child welfare organizations in the United States, and whereas the stigma associated with being LGBTQ, often created by groups such as legal therapists and religious groups, has caused disproportionately high rates of suicide, attempted suicide, depression, rejection, and isolation amongst LGBTQ and questioning individuals, and whereas the state of California has a compelling interest in promoting the physical and psychological well-being of minors, including LGBTQ youth, and in protecting its minors against exposure to serious harms caused by family rejection and attempts to change sexual orientation or gender identity, and whereas in a pluralistic society, people differing along spectrums of political and religious perspectives share a common responsibility of protecting the health and well-being of all children in vulnerable communities. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Assembly of the State of California and Senate thereof, concurring that the legislature calls upon all Californians to embrace the individual and social benefits of family and community acceptance. And be it further resolved that the legislature calls upon religious leaders to counsel on LGBTQ people from a place of love, compassion, knowledge of the psychological and other harms of conversion therapy. And be it further resolved that in addressing the stigma often associated with persons who identify as LGBTQ, we call on the people of California, especially its counselors, pastors, religious workers, educators, and legislators, and the institutions of California with great moral influence, especially its churches, those churches first on the list, universities, colleges, middle schools, counseling centers, activist groups, religious centers, to model equitable treatment of all people of the, etc. Okay. Friends, you understand what this is saying? If you preach that homosexual practice is sin, that's stigmatizing people. Can't do that. If you say that a same-sex, quote, marriage in God's sight is not a real marriage, that's stigmatizing people. You can't do that. If you tell the man wearing a dress that must be a member of your church, you want this man to embrace his biological identity, you're going to help him do that, that stigmatizes him. This is what the bill is actually saying, friends. This is what the bill is mandating. That's why this bill must be steadfastly resisted. And that's why pastors, leaders all over California, right now all over America should have done this 10 years ago or longer. But they should get up on a Sunday morning and give a full and clear and definite message where we stand on homosexual practice and why. Where we stand on transgender issues and why. And then preach with love. Let the messages be saturated with love. Let them be saturated with broken hearts of compassion that care for those that feel that they're outcast and marginalized as if God hates them. Proclaim the gospel to all, the blood of Jesus shed the same for all, and new life in Jesus. And if the bill passes, then that next week, get up and do it again. Defy the bill openly. Obey God rather than man. Obey God rather than man.
Simple as that, y'all. Okay, can we put the caller through? Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
I'm back again. No, I just want to tell all the ladies, if you want to satisfy your man, go out to Pastor Andre Guy's church. I saw a lot of men up in that church.
They men too, Mama. They men. They some godly men too. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I forgot what street your church on.
On Boxwood, 1561 Boxwood.
Just go visit his church. You sure find some men.
I got some men in there looking for a wife too.
Well, women, you hear? All right then. And what I was trying to say, though, a lot of churches, you hear the men say, well, all the pastor wants is look at my wife and you put all your money in church. Well, yes, I can say that's not true at your church, huh?
Amen, Miss
Master. That's not true at my church either, though.
Hey, well, I received it. And thank you for that advertisement.
All right. right, now I'm gonna let you go. I walked in the hospital. It's hot out here now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, have a good one.
Well, I tell you, it's gotta be a God, ain't it, Q?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
along with this, and at Masters Advertising Revelation Christian Center located at 1561 Boxwood. Remember, if you got any kind of, maybe young or old, if you're dealing with any kind of sickness, you need to contact Elder Morris at enhanceyoursales.com. Let me make sure I'm calling that out right. Enhanceyoursales.com. You can take your body to heal your body. Elder Morris can explain it to you. And of course, for all you exterminating need, call Godfather Pest Control at 901-581-5534. That's 901-581-5534. And last but certainly not least, Sheena Armstrong, insurance lady of the Mid-South. You can reach her at 901-303-8804. That's 901-303-8804. Q, do you think it bothers? I know white liberals, it don't bother them. They agree with that preachers like me should be in jail. But the black people that I believe God is using me to cry out to, because some of them are really doing it, not really realizing the evil that they're participating in. The black people, like the other guy, RC, see, Ms. Masters, she know what I'm doing over there, right? She just testified to it. Do you think it bothers them that they're passing laws like this to stop people from preaching the word of God? Or is the hate for Donald Trump and the loyalty to the Democratic Party so strong that they don't care what God says?
Well, let me break it down like this.
Break it down.
You know, you have RC, that the man that votes on the issues and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But every time we ask him, he already does something else. But I'm like this.
You know, I was laughing this morning, RC.
What's that?
He put his little brain in gear all night long.
Oh, Lord.
And called himself, gonna call in and ask me who did I vote for when Mitt Romney ran against Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping that I was going to say that I voted for Mitt Romney so he could say that Mitt Romney passed homosexual rights in Massachusetts. First of all, what the governor of Massachusetts does has nothing to do with what the president of the United States. We're talking about federal law.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to take the governor of Massachusetts and say he passed homosexual law, well, I can applaud the governor of Alabama, who is not only going up against homosexual law, but abortion as well. So which state you going to pick? But second of all, maybe he doesn't understand what I said is here. I'm not a Republican. I'm a Christian.
You sure?
I'm positive. Because everything I do, everything I live lines up with the word of God, man. I'm positive.
So you're a black Christian?
I'm a Christian that happens to be black.
Oh, okay.
Black ain't got nothing to do. Whenever you start with black as your connotative or white as your connotative, you're a racist.
That's true.
If you say you're a white nationalist, you're a racist. If you say you're a black nationalist, you're a racist. If you say you're the black conservative, you're a racist. Because that's why you use your color before you brought what you're talking about. Why can't you just be conservative? Why can't you just be nationalist? Why can't you just be Christian? I don't get it.
I don't. But, you know, folks throw it out there. And I can't understand for the life of me. They keep on saying Trump is a racist, and I haven't seen, if he was a racist, he's the worst racist I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is, everybody say the same thing. Well, you know, I vote for him, but, you know, if they want to it's up on them. It's not on me.
Right. I'm not responsible.
I'm not responsible for that.
I put them in power now so they can do it. But then once they use the power that I put them in power to do it, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know they really don't know. These very ones that's putting them up to that mentality queue, they don't really know how they think about them.
No.
You know, they did a study with some white liberals.
Okay.
Because you know, black, they said that they doing voter suppression on black people now. They doing voter. I know in Shelby County, and over the last decade, they haven't had double digits in the eligible black voters that are able to vote. So they're not going out to vote. Ain't because they put up no hinder. But you know, they got the woman who ran, what was her name, Stacey Abrams. She ran and lost. So they doing a big thing. Michael Cox, he used to call. And I heard Michael Cox, I think, the other day when I was driving, call the Muslim show. Yeah, you know, I very seldom catch that show, thank you, Jesus.
Amen.
And just so happened, I was going to Bible study, and my radio hit 1600, because that's the station we own, and I forgot about that what they tell me. Anyway, I believe that Michael Cotton, he called in and said, I believe in 80% of what y'all say. You know, that's something about these people that proclaim to be these good Christians. If you put their blackness in it, then the Christianity stuff got to take a back seat, and I got to support Farrakhan, or I got to support the black movement, or I got to support Black Lives Matter, even when all lives should matter. They say all lives matter, I get offended because I need to put black above everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And so they say blacks are facing voter suppression, right?
How?
That's what I'd like to know. Well, the white liberals, well, now this was conservatives that did the study, but they did that at a white liberal university.
Okay.
Let's see how they really feel about other guys I see now. Let's see how they really feel.
To find out if voter ID laws suppress the black vote. You have an opinion on voter ID laws?
Yeah, they're usually pretty racist and they're bad. I think voter ID laws are a way to perpetuate racism.
Would you go as far as say those laws are racist?
For sure.
Do you think it suppresses the African American?
Definitely. Because they're less likely to have state IDs.
Minority voters are less likely to have the kinds of IDs that are being described or required.
People don't live in areas with easy access to DMVs or other places where they can get identification.
They got cars, don't
The
they?
internet. Does that also make it difficult for black people in particular?
Yeah, you have to have access to the internet. You have to be able to pay an internet service provider for certain
They
things.
can't afford
Black
internet.
people to go online.
Well, I feel like they don't have the knowledge of how.
They ain't got the knowledge, okay?
Smartphones, they don't have data. For most of the community,
have the knowledge.
what is out there just because they're not aware or like they're not informed. I also think there's a
They're not informed.
like black voting with how if you're a convicted felon, like you're not allowed to vote and everything. And when you look at swing states like Florida,
So every black man
that's a huge population of the like African Americans.
Now I'm here in East Harlem to ask black people their thoughts on what you just heard. Do you have ID, Norman? You carry ID around?
Yes, that's good ID.
Do you carry ID?
Yes, I do.
Do you know any black person who doesn't carry ID?
No. And what I know has ID. Why would they think we don't have ID? That's a lie. Why would they say that?
Do you have ID?
Yes.
I have my ID and my friends have their ID, so we know what we need to carry around.
Yeah, everybody that I know have ID. Like, that's one of the things you need to walk around with New York with, ID.
Do you know any black adult who does not have ID?
No, I don't.
Is it a weird thing to even say that?
Yes, it is.
What is this, some type of trick-handed cameras?
I know, right? That's the only thing I brought with me.
Those are legit IDs. I heard a lot also that black people can't figure out how to get to the DMV.
Yeah.
What does that say to you?
I know it's that. It's on 25th Street.
Do you know where the DMV is right here?
It's on 125th Street and 3rd Avenue, I believe.
You know where to get there?
Yeah.
Do you have a problem getting there if you have to get there?
No.
I know these sound like silly questions. You know how to get DMV?
Of course.
You know where it is?
Yes.
You can get there?
Uh-huh.
No problem.
No problem.
Just checking.
Okay.
And I also heard a lot that black people, especially poor black people, have no access to the internet, can't figure out how to use the internet.
Wow.
That's just stupidity, honestly. Everybody has access to the internet. Even a little kid can figure out how to work the internet.
Well, tell Stacey Abrams, man, you feel on them that. They started the movement on this.
Exactly. I do it at work. So of course I know how to use it. My kids know how to use it. They all have iPads, iPods, whatever.
Your phone has data?
Mm-hmm.
You can actually
Unlimited.
Unlimited data.
Mm-hmm. I use my phone as a hotspot.
What does that say to you for the people who have this perception about you?
They're pretty much ignorant. That's why my thought process of.
I just think that's ignorant. Ignorant.
That's the
Very,
word I get
very
a lot.
ignorant.
Ignorant.
It's very, very ignorant.
Does it sound racist for somebody to say that?
I think it is a little racist because, you know, you're putting people in a category and you have no idea what you're talking about.
Maybe a little bit of racist in it, but like I said, I think it's more stupidity and ignorance.
You judging somebody, like, well, you judging them because they black, say that they don't got it.
What people are they talking to? Who are these people talking to?
Do you have a problem with
Stacey
your
Abrams,
phone?
Andrew
They say,
Gilliam.
please see your ID to make sure you
Tanner
know who
Solomon,
you are?
Deidre
I
Malone.
love showing my ID.
You have a problem with them? Did you have a problem with when you go to vote, if they say, please use your see your ID and make sure you are who you say you are? Do you have an issue with that?
No.
Would you have a problem if there was a rule where you have to show your ID in order to vote?
I don't think so. No.
Would you have an issue if there was a rule saying you got to show your ID before you vote? You cool with that?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Q, I'm missing something. Stacey Abrams, Andrew Gilliam, they got a big, we got a major problem with voter suppression. And let me pause for this call, and then maybe the caller can answer that question for me. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. Oh, you the right one to call right now.
I'm the right one, baby.
You the right one, baby. I see Miss Master. I see Miss Master.
I'm telling you right now. I'm getting the same one.
Miss Master finna quit on you. She come and get a man from Revelation. She wants a godly man.
I'm a godly man.
No, you don't go to church. You ain't even reading your Bible. You don't believe all the Bible. And she waking up.
Why you crying about between me and Miss Master?
You need to get saved. You called yourself Beelzebub, and I'm trying to bring you out of that torment of evil that you've been bathed in. You've been taking a bath in demons.
Hey, don't get to this safe behavior them and stuff. Now, what are you saying? What are you trying to say?
Okay, she started a movement. Matter of fact, they got all the Democrats are pushing the movement. They said that there's black suppression, voter suppression, going on in the black community. The black people are being suppressed.
I never bought into that, man. I never bought into that.
You say you have or you haven't?
I can't see that. Not in this day and age.
Wait a minute, man. You can't see voter suppression. You don't agree with homosexual rights. You don't agree with abortion. Do you agree with the new Green Deal?
Oh yes. Hey man.
So you believe everybody need to get rid of that gas running automobiles and buy them an electric car?
Let me tell you something, man.
Yeah, tell me.
I believe in global warming.
Oh, you do? What exactly have you seen? Now the Bible says that God is in control of the weather. What exactly have you seen to make you think that man can take over that?
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, because you know they said the world going in 12 years. Go ahead.
Right. Okay, let's talk about that for 1 month.
Okay.
Those ice caps are melting. They've been frozen for years and stuff. You can't
number one, you ain't been no farther than the top of that telegram pole in West Memphis, Arkansas. So you don't get no ice caps look like in Alaska than the man on the moon. And these people pick out a select picture. I just finished saying they'll pick out a select picture and tell you what that means. That woman, Ocasio-Cortez, she got on TV yesterday talking about she would do where the immigrants are and they got them drinking out the toilet. And I said, that look crazy lady, any president of the United States, multiple housing place, the toilet and the sink are the same unit.
Well, you're a man to been to jail.
I've been in jail and I've been in institutions as well.
Yeah, I done saw pictures of jail. Y'all drank where you sit.
But they come out of two different compartments. The toilet has a button that water flushes down. If the person that's sitting there using that toilet ain't got enough sense to see that button that says push for water, and they push it to get water out the top, then they need to be drinking out the toilet.
Can I ask you something?
Okay, ask me.
Okay, haven't you been there? I've never been there, but I've seen pictures of it on movies and stuff.
About the who?
When you think, I'm going to drink. When I go to the bathroom, I'm going to drink that water out of the bathroom drink. I'm not going to do that, sir.
Oh, you going to do it? Oh, you're going to do it?
You got me in jail. I have no other thought.
Right.
Let me ask you this. Right?
They got some of the same units in nursing homes.
Okay, because I know you live in house these days. You ain't in that pen no more. Alright? So you live in house.
Okay.
But you ain't got that. You can't tell me that you wake up at night and say, man, I want a glass of water. And you gonna go in your bathroom and get a glass of water instead of your kitchen.
I am.
Oh, Lord, listen at this man.
I am. I'm going to tell you something. You never drink a glass of water sometime when you're brushing your teeth?
No.
Okay.
No, man. There's water in there. Hey, let's get back to this.
They're coming out of two different pipes, other guy.
I don't care that it come out of two different pipes. It's in the same room. Okay? It's in the same room.
So in other words, what you're saying is the illegal immigrants, they need to put them in a place where their toilet is in a different room than their sink.
It would be the human thing to do.
It would.
Yeah. I'm tired of you, Papa. I'm tired of you. I'm going to deal with it one day. Here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I am not going to drink water out of my bathroom. That ain't going to happen.
Well, if you don't want to drink water out of your bathroom, don't break into people's country illegally. Just like if I didn't want to drink water out of my bathroom, I shouldn't have been robbing people.
Well, I know I'm a male, but if I was a female, then my name would have been Kid. Because I'm saying, look, I'm the one told you these feet will never set outside of these United States. Ain't gonna happen. But you gonna tell me about the glaciers are melting to the point that people see. You don't care about nobody having to give up their automobile or their gas-driven vehicle for an electric vehicle, because all you're doing is climbing to the top of that telegram pole. You can ride for a whole year off $20 on that mini bike. Miss Master, she don't weigh that much, so she ain't gonna make you burn much gas. But we're gonna eliminate that because Miss Master gonna come to Revelation, and we're gonna introduce her to a godly man with a car. Hey, man. Hey, you see, now you're wrong, man. Yeah, no. The sister, she called in for help, and it's the Truth Radio Show. We help folks here. But you ain't helping her taking away from me. Yeah, it is because, see, the man is supposed to be the leader of the family. You lead her down the wrong path. I'm going to lead her all right. Yes, I know you will. Yeah, I got to lead her. Hey, back to the subject. Somebody just sent me a text. They said, why do you waste so much time with that nutcase? How do I answer that? Mother Jones, he hate me, man. That wasn't Mother Jones. That was not Mother Jones. That was not Mother Jones. I don't know. That was an unknown number. Oh, unknown? Yeah, that was an unknown number. I don't know who that person was. Maybe they called in. Sound like a mess to me. Let's get back to the subject at hand. Okay. Sir, there is no way on God's green earth that you're living in this world. You're not of the world. I mean, you're not in the world, but you are. I'm in the world, but I'm not of this world. You get it close. Right. I know y'all had you preachers had one kind of say involved. You're not saying that the Bible saying, but go ahead. Okay. But what I'm saying is this: you could not tell me that you haven't witnessed this yourself. I came back here in the 92 was when I moved back down here. Okay. I remember a time down here, sir, they had an ice storm. I ain't been back that long. Oh, that was classic conditioning, new number. Classic condition. Yeah. Do we know him? Yeah, the one from Denver, Colorado. Yeah, that dude's in there. Give me Mother Jones. Don't tell me about that nut. That dude's in there. I want to stick with the subject at hand. Okay. Are you not? Are you basically telling me you're not going to believe your own lying eye? About what? Sir. About the ice glaciers? No, let's talk about the ice storm, because we live there. You and I. Okay. But you saw Katrina. Okay. All right? That's not normal, man. Okay, but the other guy. Yes, sir. What you're not understanding is that was caused by God, not me. Do you believe the Bible when the Bible said that God's in control of the weather? Do you believe that? Give me a chapter and verse. Never heard that in Job chapter 37. Let me read it to you. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and read it. You said I was going to do it? Yes. Okay, I might have skipped over that one. Well, let's do that. Might skip over all of them. Job chapter 37. Not Job. There we go. Yeah, Job. We don't want Billy Joel. We want Job, the man of God. Yeah, we want Job. We don't want Billy Joel. Okay, let's see. I'm going to start at verse 1 so we can get the picture. All right. At this also my heart trembling. Hey, be quiet, Mother Joan. I want to hear you. At this also my heart trembleth and is moved out of his place. Hear attentively the noise of his voice and the sound that goeth out of his mouth. He directed it under the whole heaven, and his lightning upon the ends of the earth. After it a voice roared. He thundered with the voice of his excellency, and he would not stay with them when his voice is heard. God thundered marvelously with his voice. Great things doeth he, which we cannot comprehend. For he said to the snow, be thou on earth. Likewise to the small rain and to the great rain of his strength.
He sealed up the hand of every man, that all men may know his work. Then the beasts go into their dens, that's hibernation, and remain in their places. Out of the south comes the whirlwind, and out of the cold out of the north. By the breath of God frost is given, and by the breath of water is straightened. Also by watering he watereth the thick cloud, he scattereth his bright cloud. Did you get the picture?
Sir, you ain't answered that question for me.
The Bible tells you where God was, he controls the snow, he controls the rain, he controls when the animals go into hibernation. What part that you didn't understand?
Well, sir, hold up. This is the part that I'm not understanding.
Okay.
That is God, and I believe every word of what you just read. But if man is down here affected, okay, affecting these things,
Man cannot affect anything over God. Man can only do what God allows. You better be glad I ain't got but 2 minutes to go. I'm gonna deal with global warming tomorrow. I got to go now. You come back.
I'm getting you tomorrow too.
No, all right. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show.
He hung up.
Oh, okay. Y'all, there's another one in the Bible. Like I said, I got 2 minutes. Hold on. What does the Bible say there will always be winter and summer? There's another one over in Genesis. Genesis chapter 8. Genesis chapter 8. What God tells you no matter what.
According to MIT, Bible Gateway in Genesis chapter 8 did, but God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark, and he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded.
Okay, now, Genesis chapter 8, verse 21. And the Lord smelled a sweet savor, and the Lord said in his heart, and I will not again curse the ground anymore for man's sake. He said, no man gonna do it, may God do this again. That would say right there. But the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Never will I again smite any more every living thing as I have done. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. Genesis chapter 8. God in control of the weather. Climate control is a hoax. Look, y'all, if you'd like to support the show, go to andreguy.com, click on Revelation Christian Center, make a donation to PayPal, or you can do it by what you call it again? The credit app?
Cash App.
The Cash App. Do it by the Cash App, and Lisa Revelation. Y'all give us the resources, man. We spread this truth. Because I promise you, they're spreading that perversion. They're spreading that evil. And those of us at the church need to support us and standing up and saying, those that are redeemed of the Lord, I hear to say so. God bless, I love you. Be back tomorrow.
Are you looking for affordable auto, home, life, renters, or barrier insurance? Insurance in Memphis shop multiple carriers to find the best rate for our customers.
I got a West City house. I got a West City house. For the poker game, you want to come over?
Insurance in Memphis has
I got a West City house for the poker game. You want to come over?
When the other says no, Insurance in Memphis says yes. Insurance in Memphis is located at 3556 Hickory Hill Road at 901-417-8022. Call your local authorized progressive agent, Tina.
Well, whatever you do, get it out.
Give me a free quote.
I ain't giving you mine.
I'm glad you did.
I need mine, you.
So what is it about the car?
No, I ain't heard nothing else, so I feel up no go.
I'm
just gonna let it sit there the time.
The truth is,
I'm trying to work a deal with Carl now.
Christian Center, which is a small urban
Let them know that
ministry
if he
with
give me
limited resources.
2,800.
In order for the truth to stay on the air, we need sponsors and advertisers to step up, or there will be no more Truth Radio show. Revelation Christian Center is a non-profit organization, so your contributions are tax deductible. All your contributions